The Reman Project is a coaching and consulting firm specializing in personal and leadership development for adult Black males, seeking to break the vicious cycle of missed potential so that they themselves transform their personal lives, their sense of leadership to their families, and their legacies that they want to leave for business and culture. We destroy this cycle on two fronts. We confront both the institution and the individual. We address the institution because, according to the statistics, Black males are under assault and are targeted for extinction in ways that their white counterparts are not. We are over-incarcerated and under-educated. There are systems in place, political systems, media systems, and religious systems that serve as intentional, or some say unintentional, barriers to the Black male's advancement. As a result, we work to raise public awareness about issues confronting Black males, promote healthy and positive images about Black males, curate spaces to share information and resources about programs, services, and support for Black males, support knowledge creation and dissemination around these issues, and provide a forum for Black males to both speak and act for themselves. We address the individual Black male because we cannot avoid personal responsibility. We are now overmothered and underfathered. We make bad social choices, and we avoid responsibility for getting ourselves out from under the social plight that we face. We will develop the moral compass and character necessary to face the adverse realities that are faced in everyday life. We live by the premise that even that which is not our fault is still our responsibility. In 2019, we answered the call to transform the culture one man at a time. Our society, our families, and men in particular are in a state of crisis. And the goal of the Reman Project is to curate the largest, strongest, and dopest community of Black males in the entire world. We then create awareness and action against the institutional and individual impediments that exist against the foundation of our culture and overall society, which is the Black male.
What's up, brothers? Hey, listen, you are going to want to, and sisters, I know that there are some sisters watching as well. You are going to want to, we've got a huge announcement that we are about to make, but we need as many people on the live as we possibly can have. So I want everyone that is watching to do me a favor, to make a covenant with me that you would share this, like this, type the names of people in the chat that need to be a part of this. When I say that this is a monumental announcement, I'm saying it's a monumental announcement. And so I want to make sure that we've got as many people as possible on, and that we are able to talk about some of the most important things that our society has to offer, particularly something that we're about to talk about in a moment. But I need to know that you guys will share, that you will like, that you will comment, that you will get as many people as a part of this as we can possibly get. You got it? There is something, I mean, crazy that is about to happen on June the 25th of this year, June the 25th. I want to announce, and it's going to spread like wildfire. You're going to be the first to hear about it. And so I wanted to make sure I got it to you first. Happy, what is the day? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. I am broadcasting live all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. It is my new home in Atlanta. Let me tell you what I did today. those of you that are watching, let me see if I can't go on my page, because the comments be acting a little funky and I don't really know why. So let me go on my page and see if I can't make sure I see if any comments are being made. Um, yeah, so put it right there. I went to the gym this morning. It is my regiment. I've been off a bit, but it is my regiment, and so I went to the gym. Why did your boy wear a Philadelphia Eagles shirt in Atlanta? It was a brother too, older gentleman, real kind brother. Said, "Hey man, you know where you at?" I said, "Yes sir, I know where I am." He said, "Yeah, this is Georgia, my man. This is not Pennsylvania." And so I started laughing with him, clowning with him. He was telling me the areas that he knew in and around Philly. I told him I was from Delaware. Real kind brother. And so he said, "I'm gonna let you slide. I'm gonna protect you while you in here, but just know you can't do that too often, right?" And so don't ask me why I actually wore a Philadelphia Eagles shirt to Atlanta. If you are watching this by replay, do me a favor and hashtag replay. Let everybody know that you are watching by replay. Um, you're going to get the same information that everybody else is getting. But bruh, sis, we got something coming to Wilmington that is unheard of. Can I tell you? Can I just tell you unheard of? It's unheard of. Hey, Melinda, good to see you on, sis. Do me a favor, Melinda, and share from your page. You always do. Thank you for doing that. Ronnie, share from your page, man. I see that you're on. Everybody, Lottie, y'all know how we do it. Lottie, Dottie, and everybody share from your particular pages something that is happening. Now, let me begin by saying this. Um, everybody, well, I can't say everybody. I don't want to be arrogant to say everybody, but people that know me and know the work that I have been doing is unapologetically about helping Black men, supporting Black men, restoring Black men, holding Black men accountable, right? And so I am just uber proud of the work that our team has done. And I always say this, particularly around what I'm about to show you. Oh my God, it's so strong. Um, I may be the face of this organization, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have been one of the founding fathers of this organization, this movement called the Remand Project. But I wasn't the only one that started. There's a gentleman by the name of Ron Handy, Ronald Dwayne Handy Sr. That's his full government, right? He also is a founding father of the Remand Project. And we started this organization doing this work around making sure that we help Black men break the vicious cycles of missed potential so that we transform life, leadership, and legacy. That is the work that we have done, the work that we are doing, the work that will continue to be done. And my prayer is that it's the work that will be done long beyond the time that I check out of here and go to be with my Lord. Right? I am grateful that there's an assignment that God has given me. I was watching a video earlier today about a brother who was saying, wasn't a Black guy, but such powerful words. Looked like he is from India, maybe. But what he said is find something that wakes you up in the morning, makes you jump out of bed in the morning, and not just something that you do because it's your job. This makes me jump out of bed in the morning. I'm called to this. And I want to shout out Ronald Dwayne Handy Sr. Also want to shout out Bishop Rob Watson. Both of those individuals. Rob Watson actually spoke this, told me what God was saying, clarified and cleared some fog about what it is I was supposed to be doing. And just a phenomenal group of guys that helped me to start. And then we have a team of individuals that are doing such phenomenal work, and we're so grateful for Ty Edwards, Marla Grimes, um, um, Ron Handy Still, Darius Harris, Barry Ball, Coach Walter Sellers, Dr. Ian Levine, Kenneth Johnson, Michael Garcia. I mean, just phenomenal guys that are helping to make all of this happen. And so I always want to recognize that, because in true humility, here's the deal. What's up, Trey? I see you just popped on. Say hello. And with in all honesty, I am. It's good to see you. Love you. In all honesty, it is such a reward for me, but also recognizing that, I got a dope team. They make all of this possible. And so I'm grateful for everyone that I've mentioned, people that I have not yet mentioned. I'm just really grateful for them. So here's the deal. This is why I'm saying what I am saying. The work of that is twofold. You heard it in the video, right? You heard it in the video. That at the end of the day, it is not just me. It is also others that are doing this phenomenal work, right? But a part of the work that I am doing is making sure that that there has to be a part of the assignment that is not just divvied out to others, but partners across the country and around the world that are making sure particular things are happening as well, right? And that because partnership is so powerfully important, we could not do this work without those that are committed to come alongside of us to help answer the questions and the challenges that Black men are experiencing, not just in Wilmington, Delaware, where the Remain Project started, but also across the country and again around the world. By the way, the issue of dealing with Black men is not a United States of America issue. The issue of dealing with Black men is also an issue of global impact and global proportions. We are talking about European countries dealing with Black men. We're talking about obviously the continent of Africa dealing with Black men. We're talking about dealing with Black men across the board, right? And so I am grateful to help everyone to understand that this isn't just a Delaware thing. It isn't just a Georgia thing. It isn't just a United States of America thing. This is a thing of international impact and international importance. Everything, Trey, absolutely right. Everything begins and ends. Hey, B, good to see you on, man. That's one of our brothers, a significant part of the Reman Project. I'm so proud of him. So being clear that this is not just this is not just an America thing. It's not just a Delaware thing. This is a global thing. It is not just a Donald Morton thing. Franchon, you got to hang out with me for a little bit, Franchon. I got an announcement that I'm about to make that is going to just You gonna be one of the people that's excited about it. So I'm thankful that you're on. That's my girl. So it takes a team. It takes a team that I have: Barry Ball, Marla Grimes, um, Ty Edwards, all of the coaches. I mean, phenomenal, right? Phenomenal team. Do me a favor, y'all, as you're watching. I'm going to bring it up in a moment, but I need you to share, like, comment. I need everybody to watch it, as many people as possible, just so that we can get the algorithm to pay attention to us. All right. So that's just the way that it works. It's not a trick for me. I just know how the system works. Right. And we're going to be talking about the system in a moment. So a part of what we are attempting to do is to address the issues that can only be addressed through partnership. The Remand Project is not an organization that is doing it alone. We are grateful for the work that we are doing, but we are not doing this work alone. We are also have other organizations and companies that have come alongside of us to help us to reach Black men. By the way, uh, I also have to make sure that we acknowledge the sisters that are supporting Black men. That every sister ain't down in Black men, every sister ain't dog in Black men. That's just not the way that it is. There are some dope sisters who are not just helping but supporting financially. And anytime we need them to do something, they are supporting us. So I want to really thank Dawn Anderson, the Songbird. Um, I really want to thank our sisters like Dawn, like Franchon, right? Like Trey, like Marla, who have done just a great job at making sure our brothers feel supported and lifted. Because without that, many of our brothers would continue in the cycle that they are doing. Many of our brothers will continue in the cycle that they're in. So our numbers are going up. I'm grateful that our numbers are going up. I need every one of you to continue to like and to share this live so that we can. It looks like my signal is going in now. Okay, so that we can continue to grow in our numbers. All right. So thank you for the sisters. Thank you for our team. Thank you to our partners. What's up, Ken? Thank you to everyone. I'm at work, but hopped on to try to hear the announcement. Did I miss it? No, ma'am, you haven't missed it yet. I'm about to bring it up right now. Ken, this is going to blow your mind as well. So hang in here with us. Um, so, as you guys know, a part of the work that we do is addressing the individual brother, right? We're really heavy handed on making sure that brothers are held accountable, that we're stand up dudes, that we're men of integrity, that we're not perfect guys. No guy is perfect. So, nobody's asking a dude to be perfect, but we are asking brothers to grow and to evolve and to develop and to be men of character, right? And character, according to us, is the capacity, the expanded capacity to meet, face, and overcome the adverse realities that come with everyday life, right? And so we're asking brothers, calling brothers on the carpet, challenging brothers to really step up into and lean into the responsibility that God Himself gave men as the foundation of our entire society, right? That there is no healthy society that does not include strong men. There is no healthy society that does not include strong men. I'm grateful for the state of Delaware that and the city of Wilmington in particular, Newcastle County, that made it possible for June 1st every year to be Remand Day. We just had Remand Day. It was a phenomenal time, great time. And so I'm grateful for the city of Wilmington, Newcastle County, which is one of our partners that made that happen, right? And so one of our partners is the Department of Health and Social Services. We have worked with. I want to personally thank Ray, who was at the Department of Health and Social Services before, or some time ago when we first started. He is no longer there. He is at another agency now. But Ray was phenomenal at helping us to get started. And so not only are we partnered with the Department of Health and Social Services, but here's something someone we're also partnered with. You saw it in the news. You saw it on. Hey, Dr. Levine. Dr. Levine is also a coach inside Remand, and so it's been really, really great. We are also partnered, y'all. Listen to this. We're also partnered with the Division of Child Support Services. We're also partnered with the Division of Child Support Services. Why? Because a part of our work is making sure that fathers are well positioned to be good dads, right? And we want to make sure that not only do we give them the tools to be great dads, but we also are aware of the institutional, whether real or perceived. We talked about this last night, Dr. Levine, right? Dr. Levine instructed last night. He's a neuro success coach for Remand, talks about the brain, the amygdala, and some of the fears that happen, real or perceived, based on some real or perceived realities that we're experiencing as men. And so a part of the work that we're doing is making sure men are great husbands, and men are great fathers, and men are great sons to elderly parents. We have a responsibility to be family men. Because it was Chris Broussard. I always quote him. He is a sports analyst, and he always says, "Hey, Don," he says it to everybody, but I take it personally. He said it to me personally as well. He's a Donald, the most revolutionary thing a Black man can do today in this society is to get married, stay committed to one woman, and raise his family. The marching is great. All of those things are great. But the best thing that we can do as Black men is to be family men and to make sure that we are leaving a legacy of leadership that helps those individuals that are coming after us. And so we are partnered with the Department of Health and Social Services, but we're also partnered with the Division of Child Support Services. They changed their name from the Division of Child Support Enforcement, kudos to them, to the Division of Child Support Services. They have a fatherhood program. And a part of what we wanted to do is to come alongside of them come alongside of us, to make sure that everyone is aware of the services that the Division of Child Support Services has made available to Black fathers, to fathers in general, right? But to also hear what is happening across the state, how Black men in our context are experiencing, how we are experiencing the Division of Child Support Services. And we need to make sure that they are clear about that as well, that it is designed to work a particular way. And how many of you know, write this in the chat if you recognize this, that sometimes there's a disconnect between how a thing is set up and how a thing is actually functioning. There can be a disconnect between the two, right? There can be a disconnect between how an institution is functioning and the reason for which it was set up. There can be a disconnect between the two, right? And so June the 25th, I want you to write that. Somebody type that in the chat, right? Yeah, Melinda, you recognize that, right? Type in the chat, June the 25th. June the 20th. Hey, François, it's about to go down. Ken, it's about to go down. Dr. Levine, it's about to go down. Trey, it's about to go down. Here it is. On June the 25th, the first of its kind, I mean, the absolute first of its kind, something is coming to Wilmington that is going to rock the city and rock the state. François, June 25th, Melinda, June 25th, Dr. Levine, June 25th. And once I announce this, I want you guys to share it. I'm going to put the flyer up. I want you guys to share it. I want you guys to make everyone aware of what's about to happen. All right. So if you are ready to hear what's about to happen, the first of its kind, Dr. Levine, if you're ready to hear what's about to happen, I need you to do me a favor and put in the chat, announce it already. Just announce it already. It is so dope. Announce it already. We are going to be hosting an event at the Christina Cultural Arts Center. At the Christina Cultural Arts Center. If you go back on my page, you will recognize that I was asking for some event spaces that could hold a certain amount of people, and where we could have some other things going on. And Christina Cultural Arts Center. A shout out to Ray Rhodes who went through. Trey said, "Dad, tell me, damn it." Announce it already. Yeah, I'm going to announce it right now, Dr. Levine. Trey, I'm going to announce it right now. It looks like my internet is funky again. All right, so let's see. All right, there we go. We coming back on. You saw that I was asking for spaces, and we found a space, Christina Cultural Arts Center. I also want to shout out Franchon, who has an event space as well. It just didn't suit it for this particular event, but I want everybody to support Franchon. That is my friend, right? So I want everybody to support my sister. So this is what we are going to be doing on June the 25th. It's a Saturday from 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Here we go, y'all. Can y'all see that? We are doing a versus. So this ain't Mary J and somebody. This ain't Vanilla Ice and somebody. This is a versus between Black men and the Division of Child Support Services. If you see what is about to go down, I need you to type in the chat, I see it. We are going to have an event for Black fathers having a conversation where we can air it all out. This is what I'm experiencing, so that the Division of Child Support Services can say, totally amazing, right? Right, Dr. Levine? Yeah, I see. There is going to, you see it, Melinda? Yeah, Trey, it's going down. So they're our own, awesome, right, Francois? Our own version of verses. Hey, Dawn sees it. Our own version of verses are happening. It's happening on June the 25th, 2022, Christina Cultural Arts Center, 705 North Market Street in Wilmington, Delaware. Now, here's why this is so significant. Because there's been such a disconnect as it relates to a sit-down conversation. We're going to hear from fathers, and we're going to hear from them their engagement, what their engagement has been like with the Division of Child Support Services. We're going to hear from them. We're also going to hear from the Division of Child Support Services, right? About what's available to them, what should be happening. And we're literally going to be dealing with some things on site. So if you are a brother and you've been experiencing some challenges and you've not been able to get through, the actual workers will be present. And the reason why we're doing that is because we recognize that one of the things that often does not happen, Franchon, is Black men don't get heard. We are voiceless. So we have a tendency to act out in other ways. But this is an opportunity for every brother to come, sit down, share a meal, get a job, have vendors. There are going to be vendors there selling things. It's going to be a huge event. Versus, I got to tell y'all, and I got to say this too. When I first heard about Versus, the musical version of Versus, when I first heard about Versus, I thought it was going to be some antagonistic thing, right? Some tripped out thing. that where they were going to be going back and forth battling. And it really is an opportunity to kind of share what's going on, what has been successful on both sides of whoever's in the battle, right? Um, this is the most anticipated battle in history, Saturday, June the 25th. And it's the most anticipated battle in history because usually these two sides are so antagonistic. Black men don't like the Division of Child Support Services, so they lash out, and we understand why. The Division of Child Support Services said, "Hey, Dr. Morton, we're trying to help, man, but in trying to help, we need an audience with." So I wanna really shout out the Division of Child Support Service, Ted Murmagos, who says we want to be held accountable. We want to do right by fathers, and we want to sit down and talk. So I am just blown out of the water for the courage of both Black men and the Division of Child Support Services who say, hey, let's sit down, let's talk, and let's leave with some solutions about how we can deal with these individual cases that are happening. So if you've got a case that is in child support, a child support case, and you need to understand how some things are working or why some things are going on, you need some things rectified, and you've not been able to get through to people. I get it. I get it. Um, they have a fatherhood program, and that fatherhood program. Let me put myself in so y'all can see me too. Oh, can't do it that way. Let me see if I can't do it this way. You don't know I'm working these things out. Stop laughing at me, right? Don't want to do that either. How about I do this? There we go. Okay. Um, so they have done some work, not nearly the work that many of us need them to do, but they have done some work that we have to celebrate. One is attempting to change the culture of how the Division of Child Support enforcement was and what the Division of Child Support Services is, attempting to change the culture, right? And so we want to hear them out, and they have agreed to hear us out. Now let me be clear. Um, I am going to, yeah. I feel healthy. I feel healthy. I don't gas a brother, Trey. You trying to gas a brother? I feel healthy. I feel good. I really really do. Thank you. Um, I looked at my license the other day. Boy, that boy was chunky. So yesterday I looked at my license. I was chunky. So I feel great. So we're going to have a time that is dedicated to Black fathers being able to deal with the Division of Child Support Services, Division of Child Support Services being able to support Black fathers and helping them to understand that there are some things that we want to do to help support you. They have job placement now. What's up, Jakai? Good to see you, man. Miss you, bro. Love you, dude. Um, there is this opportunity that we have to be able to address the issues that Black men as individuals are experiencing and confront the institution that is responsible for delivering service to Black men. Now, let me tell you what this is. This is an opportunity to be heard. So your voice will be heard. For every Black man who says, man, they keep shutting me up, they keep shutting me down, nobody lets me talk, I get it. This is an opportunity for you to be heard. Okay. And we want to make sure that you are. We also want to make sure that we come to some sense of resolve. We won't change the world in 4 hours. It's not going to happen, but we can start. And you got to know that I am unapologetically for and in favor of the success of Black fathers. I'm unapologetically for and in favor of the success of Black fathers. Let me say it to you one more time. I'm unapologetically for and in favor of the success of Black fathers. right? Why? I'm a black father. I got 3 kids, right? I've got my daughter is the oldest. I've got 2 sons. My daughter Amber, my oldest son is Keshad, and my youngest son, he ain't the baby no more. That's a grown man. My youngest son is Keshad. I mean, is Hunter, right? So DJ Blair, my youngest son, my middle uh, child or kid is Keshad, and then my oldest is Amber. And let me tell you this: they all are doing such fun. I mean, so well. I'm so proud of them. They're doing so well. I'm so proud of them. Um, and oftentimes Keishad will say to me, "Hey, Dad, there are some dudes that are doing well out here trying to take care of their kids, but it's not always easy, man." Y'all know me. He come for me and say, "Dad, I know you want to hold every black man accountable. Absolutely, right? But he always says there are some that are doing really, really well, trying to do the right thing. It's not always easy to do, right? And so we will be discussing all of that, right? And we're also trying to get some others involved because there's going to be some things that we attempt to change about the process. That is not going to be this meeting, but there are going to be some times where we meet attempting to change some of the process, the way that the system is set up, so that black fathers have a fighting chance, right? So I get it, and this is going to be phenomenal. So let me put it up one more time for you to see. Um, let me see. Oh we. Let's see if we can't do it this time. There we go. There we go. There you are, y'all. There it is again. Versus Black Men versus Division of Child Support Services, Christina Cultural Arts Center, 705 North Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware. It's a free public event. What we are going to ask you to do, if you so desire, if you don't, it's fine. You can still come. But what we want you to do is just kind of hit me in my inbox and let me know that you're going to be there. Give me your email address so that we can follow up with you. If you're comfortable, you can leave your cell number so that we can text you. Our team is going to be following up with you, and not just making sure that this event takes place, but making sure we follow up to make sure the things that were said and the things that you were told would happen actually happen. Um, the Division of Child Support Services knows how important my name is to me. And so they have promised me they're going to do the right thing. And I again want to celebrate every black dad whose intention, right, is to do well and to do right. And also every father who uh, has not really known what to do, how to navigate the system. And there are a lot of fathers who don't know, so they get frustrated. They abandon their families. I'm not saying it's right. I'm checking that every single day, but I'm saying it's a reality. I understand why it's a reality. I understand why they're doing it. They're frustrated. Brothers are frustrated. Okay, and so we are going to be, yeah, absolutely. I've learned along the way the evolution of me as a father has been amazing to watch. Yeah, Trey, thank you for that. Because and my, you know, Wayna, and Kim, uh, Kim, Kim, I was a teenage father. So for every brother who says, "Hey, man, you don't understand," listen to me, bruh. I was before child support court. I was at family court. Um, I was in family court. I know what it was to stand in front of the judge. I know what it was to not only stand in front of the judge, but not have any lawyer on my side while she had a lawyer on her side. I know. I know child support. And so I was laughing with Ted Murmagos and some of his team because, it was back in the day when they called it Division of Child Support Enforcement. There was no support for dad. The support was for mom. And to a very large extent, that's still the case. We ain't coming to play games. We ain't coming to play footsies like that's not still the case. That's still the case. And so, so that's happening. Now, here's what else is happening. Not only are there going to be a conversation that will be held, but there will also be a job fair on the exact same day. So, bruh, if you are having difficulty finding a job, we have job placement companies that will be hiring on site. What I just say? On site. They will be hiring on site. So if you are in need of employment, you've not been able to find employment, they will be hiring on site. I'm going to talk with my son because I know that he always, Kishad, I know that he's always posting that there are job opportunities. He is a CNA, and so I know that there are opportunities. So is my niece, my niece-ter, Kamisha. She's actually an LPN. So I know that there are some employment opportunities where they work. I want to shout out to Chanel Edwards, who will be there with her company. I want to shout out to Tremaine Smith, who will be there. He owns a landscaping company. He will be there hiring. Chanel Edwards will be there hiring on behalf of several companies. And I'm not just talking about promises of employment. I'm talking about they know that if you're not hiring, then there's no point of having an employment fair, a job fair, right? So we will be having them on site. Tremaine says Enterprise is hiring. So I don't know, Trey, whether or not somebody can be there from your team on that Saturday, but if so, that would be great. We want as many job opportunities as possible for brothers to be able to take advantage of. Because when a man says he can't find employment, that won't be on my watch. Now, what he does with what we provide, that's on him. That's on him, right? But bringing the resources, I'm gonna make sure that happens. Let me also just be grateful for Discover Bank. Discover Bank is a sponsor of this entire tour. Discover Bank is a sponsor of this entire tour. So I want to thank them, Matthew Parks. I want to thank them for their commitment to doing this work with us. I want to be able to answer any questions that you guys may have before I log off. I promise, in the words of a typical preacher, I promise I wouldn't be before you long. I've probably been before you longer than you would have liked. But type in the chat whether or not you think this is needful. If you think that this is an important conversation for Black men to be able to have, to Black men to be able to have voice, for them to understand how the Division of Child Support Services now works, and an important conversation for the Division of Child Support Services to have and to give answer to some of the things that they have that they are responsible for. This doesn't have to be ugly, doesn't have to be messy. It will not be. It will be orderly, but it will be. We will be dealing with the things that need to be dealt with. Trey said this is definitely meaningful. Thank you, Trey. Anybody else? This is definitely meaningful, or nah, this ain't something that needs to happen. I want you to get this flyer. I'm going to be posting it on all of my pages. I want you to download the flyer. I want you to put it on every single social media post that you possibly can, and make sure that we get this message out to as many people as we possibly can in the Wilmington, Delaware area. It's going to be important that you really be able to get it to as many people as you possibly can, so that we can hear from brothers. This is designed to hear from brothers, right? The importance of what they are experiencing every single day, and so that they can have voice, they can have a sense of dignity, they can be respected, they will not be shut up, they will not be made to be quiet, they will have voice, and in an orderly way, in a way that is done with both love and respect. We will have a conversation so that we can get some answers. um, Accountability and autonomy on both sides. Absolutely, Trey. Accountability and autonomy on both sides. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to log off. I'm going to ask you to share the flyer to get it as many people as you possibly can, so that um, we can get this party started. June 25th, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Christina Cultural Arts Center in Wilmington, Delaware. We will have the versus battle. Music, nah, this one's far more serious. A battle between Black men, Black fathers, and the Division of Child Support Services. There's some understanding that needs to take place on both sides, and we are so grateful that this will be going down on June the 25th, 2022, 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. in Wilmington, Delaware. I will be back for that particular event, and for subsequent events that you'll hear more about once you get to that day. So when you get to that day, you're going to get a bunch of information for other things that will be taking place throughout the course of time. Um, Delaware is still the original home of the Remand Project. We still have presence there. We're still doing work there. All right. Love you more, Trey. Okay, great, great. That would be great as well. Digital QR code for application, that would be perfect as well. And we'll make sure that is available to the brothers. Thank you, Trey. Thank you so much. So if you guys know of any vendors that would like to set up and to show their work, things of that nature, make sure that they let me know. Um, Inbox me or send me an email at the remand project at gmail.com or remandexec@gmail.com, either one, and we'll make sure that we answer your requests for the things that are going to be happening. These next 2.5 weeks, I need you to push it, push it, push it, push it, push it. And brothers, hear me. We cannot, and just hear my heart when I say this to you, we cannot complain about something that we're unwilling to sit down and talk about. Can't complain about it if we're not willing to address it. And I know that you're frustrated. I get it. I've been on that same frustrated side, so I get it. But here's an opportunity for us to do something about that which we're frustrated about. I just need you to show up, and I need you to show up in monumental numbers. It's the reason why it's free. All you got to do is show up. Let's overwhelm the place with numbers of Black men who want to be heard so that you can be heard. I'm providing the platform for you, or the Remand Project is sponsored by Discover Bank. They will be sharing. They are one of the sponsors, so that they will be sharing during the course of that day. If you are a Black male and you say, "Hey, Donald, I'd like to be on a panel, man. I'd like to talk about my experiences as a dad, both good and bad," right? I want to hear from brothers. Then just inbox me or go to the Remand Project at gmail.com or remandexec@gmail.com so that we can make you a part of that day. If the only thing you can do is show up that day, show up. Show up. Lean in, right? And be a part of the solution. I'm going to go out, but before I do, I'm sure, absolutely certain that you want to watch the video one more time before we close, right? I'm sure you want to watch the video. What's up, Mika? I'm sure you want to watch the video before we close. So I'm going to send it to you, and then we'll end. We'll keep the flyer up for a little while so that you can see it. Tell everybody that you know the versus battle of the decade ain't the musical artist. It's black men in the Division of Child Support Services. It's going down, y'all.
The Remand Project is a coaching and consulting firm specializing in personal and leadership development for adult black males, seeking to break the vicious cycle of missed potential so that they themselves transform their personal lives, their sense of leadership to their families, and their legacies that they want to leave for business and culture. We destroy this cycle on two fronts. We confront both the institution and the individual. We address the institution because, according to the statistics, black males are under assault and are targeted for extinction in ways that their white counterparts are not. We are over-incarcerated and under-educated. There are systems in place, political systems, media systems, and religious systems that serve as intentional, or some say unintentional, barriers to the black male's advancement. As a result, we work to raise public awareness about issues confronting black males, promote healthy and positive images about black males, curate spaces to share information and resources about programs, services, and support for black males, support knowledge creation and dissemination around these issues, and provide a forum for black males to both speak and act for themselves. We address the individual black male because we cannot avoid personal responsibility. We are now overmothered and underfathered. We make bad social choices, and we avoid responsibility for getting ourselves out from under the social plight that we face. We will develop the moral compass and character necessary to face the adverse realities that are faced in everyday life. We live by the premise that even that which is not our fault is still our responsibility. In 2019, we answered the call to transform the culture one man at a time. Our society, our families, and men in particular are in a state of crisis. And the goal of the Remand Project is to curate the largest, strongest, and dopest community of black males in the entire world. We then create awareness and action against the institutional and individual impediments that exist against the foundation of our culture and overall society, which is the black male.